Hey, good afternoon. I should say good morning first, just in case, right? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, and welcome back to Heal, another episode of Heal. Heal, Having Emotional Anguish Lifted, is a podcast produced in collaboration with Christendom Ministries, really. I have the pleasure of sitting with some really interesting people to discuss topics that don't otherwise get to be discussed. I want to introduce my team, but first I want to introduce my leader. This is Reverend Chris. Reverend Chris is our subject matter expert, I'll say. Yes. Yeah, Reverend Chris is my boss. He's also the lead for Christendom Ministries. He's the I'm toasting him here, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
Take your tools.
It's the truth. You don't take your flowers, sir. But we're here today
the general dog's body.
have some conversations. You know me. My name is Getchi. You can, Getchi or Getchi, whatever. I hope that today's conversation sparks some conversation at your end, and I hope that things change for the better because of this episode, because of this conversation we're having today. I want to introduce the rest of my team, who I start with. Ladies first.
Hi guys, I'm Sandy.
Okay, all right.
And I'm Ian.
And Ian is actually driving us today. So go ahead, Ian, take it away.
All right, thank you guys so much for being here this lovely afternoon, morning, depending on where in the world you're based. For today, I'd like us to examine a topic that I believe isn't often discussed in these kind of forums, and it's about friendship. You know, as human beings, we thrive and, flesh out a lot of our being through the bonds we share with others. And, as people grow older, those relationships and the dynamics within which, or the dynamics that are applied within them, they evolve. So what we really want to dive into today is when friendship, or when the concept of the institution of a friendship stops being mutual. It could be for you as a person, or for the next person that with whom you share that kind of relationship with. So I guess we can start off with just identifying where, and the ways in which friendships tend to change. Because oftentimes you may feel that you have a relationship with someone, but that sentiment may not be shared on the other end. So essentially, how do you notice, what do you need to look out for to really identify and, point out that, perhaps things aren't as they used to be. That friendship has evolved into something better or something far worse than it originally was. So how do these friendships, tend to change as people get older? Because bear in mind, just looking at all of us on this panel here, I guess we cut across generations.
Careful. Careful. I don't like where he's going with that.
Yeah. Why are you being sensitive?
No offense
Different
intended.
Just saying.
No offense intended. No offense intended. But
None taken.
Yes, we have different generations well represented on this panel, and in my opinion, I believe that a lot of my friendships have changed. But I want to get each person's perspective on how you believe and feel that your friendships do change as you get older. So the question is open to either one of you to just pick it up and let's get things rolling.
Okay, so for me, my generation, you need to know the various categories and groups of people we call friends. We have, broadly speaking, I can name about 4. You have comrades, you have acquaintances, you have situational groupings, and then you have organic friendship. So these are 4 categories. When I say comrades are we are in this together. Maybe we hate Sandy.
Like a mission-based.
Yeah, so because of our hatred, mutual hatred for Sandy,
Sorry,
we
Sandy,
are
we are all
comrades.
friends, yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
and that makes us friends.
The enemy of
So-
my enemy is my friend.
Exactly. So when that situation is not there, then we would have to evaluate our relationship.
Yeah.
Because the relationship, the common denominator was this person or this thing. That when it's taken away, are we really friends?
Yeah.
So that's one group. Then you have the situational, which is you were put in the same area, same nursery, same school together. It was a situation that brought you into the same region, the same
Yeah.
friendship group, and then you grow up and you're still friends. And it's a situation that is binding you together. So the situation is evolved. You're now living in that part of the world.
Right.
You're, what do you call it? Doing whatever you're doing. The situation is no longer what it used to be. So now when we gather, we tend to go back to the situation. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. So like when you meet your old classmates, you tend to be like a 16-year-old.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Remember when we used to?
You go back to the 16-year-old or the
Right,
14-year-old,
right.
no matter what your age is.
But is that a good thing?
I mean, I tell you, I mean, I see some of my friends all gray hair and all, and then when we meet, we tend to behave like 16-year-olds, start calling people whatever names
By
we used to call
nicknames,
them, and start behaving weirdly. That is out of character. You know, like if say, for instance, I was working with my son and I meet my group, my year group, the way I'll behave, my son will look at me and say, I don't know this person.
What's wrong
That's
with
not my fault.
Okay.
Exactly, and that is because that friendship group is a situational. So for us to still have that friendship, we have to go back to that season.
Okay.
Then you have what was the third one? So you have the
Comrades,
situational. Then you have the organic one
ones,
is the one that naturally grows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for instance, I don't need to see you.
We
I
know-
may not have
we know-
met you in the last 10, 15 years. But as soon as we meet, it's as if we never left. We pick it up from where we are.
Yeah.
So we don't have to, evolve back into the 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
But we are still good. We can still, whatever the situation, wherever we are in life, we take it from there and then we carry on.
Yeah.
So that's another group. So that's, for me, that's the more organic, that's the more natural friendship.
Yeah.
I can think the way you're thinking.
Yeah.
I can empathize with you. I don't have to be in your space, but I don't doubt your love for me. You don't doubt my love for you. Even though we are not in the same space, we may have not have spoken for the last 20 years. It don't matter. We are still friends. We're good.
Yeah.
We don't have to pull, like, hey, do you know what I'm doing now? Now there's nothing like that. You can't impress me. I can't impress you.
Yeah.
Because that's when you meet somebody who's like a very wealthy person, but his friend is a very poor
Regular person, or
but they are close.
So tight.
Yeah.
And there's no envy, there's no jealousy, because the friendship transcends all the
Your
situation and
material
everything. So you have that group as well. Then I've forgotten the fourth one.
things. We'll get to them later.
But that's how it is. So you've got to put them in the various categories and groups to deal with them. So like if I'm dealing with my old schoolmates, we are friends, but we are friends on this. I've evolved. I'm not that 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But for me to fit in the group, I have to behave like a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So I don't call that real.
That's not real friendship.
And then when we are comrades, what if the situation is taken away? Are we really friends? So I always say that I'm a billionaire mate, in the sense that I'm very picky about who I call friends. Because for me, I have 3 categories of friends. Either I'll look up to you, so you are where I aspire to be.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want you to be my
Mentor kind of person.
Like the one that I'm using to
Okay.
Motivate.
Example.
motivate
Okay.
myself to get there.
Yeah.
And then I have the ones who are on my contemporaries, and we are aspiring for the same thing. We have the same mind to get to the next level. Then I have those who are behind me that I'm trying to inspire to get up.
Yeah.
So these are the three groups. So if you're not going where I'm going, we could be comrades, we could be, contemporaries, we could be, but we are not really friends because if you're not going where I'm going, I'll deal with you as an acquaintance, but not a friend. Because I understand what a friend is.
Yeah.
And I haven't got time for plastic.
Ooh.
Okay, plastic bags.
Ouch.
I do have a follow-up question with that. So, obviously, over time, you've gotten these new category of friends. Do you find that a lot of the people within those brackets stem from organic friendships? Or did you have, let's say, some comrades evolve into those brackets? Yeah.
Definitely, you have some comrades, even some like the seasonal friends evolve. Like I can talk about my friend Pastor David. Bishop David. I was in the same secondary school with. We shared the same room. We shared the same bed. I mean, I'm up. He's up. I'm down. Bunk bed. And he's now Bishop. He's my friend. We talk for hours because we are now contemporaries, trying to inspire each other to go to the next level. So it's like we've evolved from that type of friends. So when we meet and we are talking, we don't talk like 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to go back there to relate with him.
Yeah.
So we relate. So we have evolved from there to here. And then you can have friends like that you move on. So people can jump into all the different categories, but you can't force it.
Yeah.
I see some people were in the same course, were roommates or friends, and you're forcing to be friends when it really is, you've got to drop them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've got to know when and how
To let go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, identifying where you also sit within certain friendship groups as well, because sometimes you may think that we're besties.
So we'll come back to that one. The second half of his question was the type of, like, you have the symbiotic relationship, then you have the parasitic relationship, where it's like, we are in this, but you are the one benefiting.
Yeah.
You are leeching off me. And you call yourself my friend. You're really not my friend. You're a parasite.
Yeah. the one-sided relationship.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's why I said I'm a bilingual, because I think through all these things. What am I getting in this relationship? Because I value relationship. So I don't want a frivolous.
Yeah.
I haven't got time for that.
Yeah.
If I'm not inspiring you,
Yeah. So what are we doing?
what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not inspiring me, we're not moving, you're not challenging me, where are we going with this?
Okay.
So, but those friendships then, does it just naturally just dissolve, or do you make a conscious decision that I'm not making priority, or I'm not prioritizing this person?
I just thought of something. Somebody once said to me that friends are like scaffoldings.
Yep. Never heard this one. Carry on.
When a scaffolding is by a wall or by a building, it looks inseparable.
Yeah.
But the scaffolding is helping the wall to be built up. As soon as the wall is really built up, the scaffold is not needed
Anymore.
and it falls off. But that doesn't change the value of the wall and doesn't change the value of the scaffolding.
Scaffolding either. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's how friendship groups are. We're in school, we helped each other.
Yeah.
You get it. But we've evolved.
Yeah.
I've gone this way, you've gone that way. It doesn't make us enemies. When we meet, we are friends. But we know that our friendship is limited because, like, I'm not a wall standing tall.
Right.
You are still, like, stuck somewhere waiting for the next wall to build. So I know my level, you know your level, but we can flow. That's it.
I'm not sure whether people understand that like have
Understand
that, you know, whereby you used to be close, let's just say growing up, and then due to moving to different places, going to university, for example, like your school friends,
Life happening.
yeah, life like changes in your life happening, but some people may feel guilty for sort of like the space coming between those friendships, so then they're sort of like longing and holding on to certain people who are not necessarily beneficial, as you said, like growing with them or developing themselves, but because they feel like we grew up together, they're holding on to that type of reasons to keep those people who are not necessarily good for them.
I guess that's the reason why we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Because
you gotta let go sometimes.
most of the time, some of us don't know when to let go and when to carry on.
Yeah.
And the smart man is to hold friends loosely. Do you get, and allow friends to evolve to become
Right.
what they are in your life? Do you understand? Because sometimes you'll be holding on to a friend that you need to let go. And because you are so blinded with who you think they are, when it's time to let go, you're still holding on, and then they just destroy you.
Yeah.
You know, and you shouldn't do that. If it's a real friend, I mean, I have a friend, I think the last time I spoke to him was probably 2014, 2015.
But I gotta stop you there. I don't know why you would call somebody that like that a friend. Hold on. I would call that person someone I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I know that person because I think that if you're my friend, then I have to be making some kind of effort to be in touch with you regularly.
Yeah.
Or do you know what I mean? Like 20
Yeah.
years and you haven't spoken. That's somebody you know, and there's nothing wrong with knowing people.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Do you know? Yeah, like I know, like I have
I
to be
used to
careful.
know that guy.
It's like who's that person? Oh, someone I know. Oh, it's my colleague. I don't say friends anymore.
So that's exactly what I was saying. If he walked in here without him saying a word, I know what he's thinking.
Wow.
But don't friendship need to be stoked?
That's what I'm saying, that there's that natural organic friendship that I don't need to speak to him every day. I know his heart.
Right.
I know he knows me. You know, when I see a call from him today and it comes, hello, the hello will let me know whether
Everything's
we are
good.
in trouble
All right.
Yeah.
or we are good.
Yeah.
Or just, you know, and it's like as soon as hello, he doesn't have to tell me anything. I go, where are you? I'm coming.
Okay. All right.
Do you get it? So there's that type of friend that you don't need to be talking to every day, but
All right.
you're good. I don't know whether you have a friend like that.
Oh, I do. I do have quite a number of friends like that.
That we are good. We don't need to be gisting every time.
Is it a guy's thing then?
Oh.
I don't think so.
I see where you're coming from. So like yes. So because of if you live in different countries, if you've moved from one country to another, that I guess that would tend to happen, right? Because if you were really tight with somebody in this country, you move to another country, it doesn't mean that you're leaving the country and the tightness is gonna, you know. But because I have a friend like that. Like Bishop, not years, not 20 years. Like we just decided recently, like let's start catching up every month. Let's just sort of make a plan to catch up every month.
Yeah, but life happens though.
I know, but life happens. But this person is important to me, so I want to know what's happening. I don't want to wait 5 years to find out that you got a job, you did it.
Yeah, that's what I
All these things that happen in
mean,
your life. I waited 5 years to find out.
It's not deliberate. It's not that they are choosing not to be active in your life. Like Bishop is saying, life
That's what I'm
happens.
saying.
Yeah.
Are they friends or people
Yeah,
you
but
know?
I feel like you make time for the people you love, right? And whilst we've not been talking for the past 5 years, you're still talking to other people.
Yeah.
Right.
So why are you not
why are you
texting
talking to
me?
me?
Yeah, but that doesn't change the organic origin.
Sandy, I feel like yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't change the organic origins of the relationship.
Yeah, it does, because I'm not a priority. Not like you have to like put me in a certain level, but if we were to like measure or quantify where I sit in your life,
Yeah.
I'm the bottom. Because when you're like relaxing, you got 2 seconds, you can text ABC. You scroll past my name.
Okay.
You go through it alphabet. You pass S, and you go to Z. But then you
I
expect
think that is a reach.
I agree. No, with you.
I think that is a reach.
No.
Because how often do people actually go through their contacts?
No,
Yeah,
this
but
is the
no,
point.
as
The point
in,
is-
I don't come in your thoughts.
You're not the
I
person
don't
that
think
they
you don't
thought
think
about
about
to say
me.
this thing to.
So like, how can you then see?
So let's
Ooh, I'm with you. Go ahead.
let me.
I'm not with you.
No, hold on.
okay. I think
I'm
it's a
trying
girl
to
thing.
I'm trying to draw us together. So I'll say I have this family. We grew up together. The brother was my age mate, like very close.
Yeah.
And the sister is like our little sister.
Yeah.
I call her my sister. I don't speak to her often. But when she calls or I call, we can be on the phone for 2 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't call her often. Like maybe in a whole year, I've spoken to her once or twice. But she's very close. I don't know if you guys remember, she came to visit some time ago and I introduced her, that's my sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
Yes, yes.
We grew up together.
Yes.
You know, and it's like when she calls, it's like we come up to speed.
Okay.
And it may not happen again for another 6 months or a year. But I don't mean that I don't think about her, I don't care for her or whatever, or she doesn't think or care about me. But we live busy lives.
So she's someone you know.
I would say she's a friend.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I won't put her in the same category as the guy I was talking about. But we're more like siblings.
Right.
I have other siblings. I have like maybe cousins that I have that relationship with. Don't talk to each other.
But that's, see, like even
But
siblings.
we are family.
Yeah, but family. See, I was about to say she's family.
Yeah.
What she's is family. I'm not like, okay. I'm not trying to define your relationship, but I'm just saying that I would make that person is family because they know they're not going nowhere. They're gonna be they're in my life till forever.
Yeah.
But friends are not necessarily in your life till forever. So Ian, I feel like
Nah,
go ahead.
I think
Go ahead.
I need to ask this question then. What qualities do you think make up a friendship? I think we need to examine that before we
I
can.
think we need to examine the category of friendship because we have different levels of friendship.
Okay, let me further qualify the question. What qualities make a friendship mutual? Let's put it that way. Because it sounds as though that from your perspective,
Yeah.
that a mutual friendship involves some element of regularity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It needs to be consistent. There cannot be, let's say, a contravening event, like a huge break, a long enough break. I have very good friends that I speak to once a year.
That's crazy.
And whenever we, like Reverend said, whenever we jump on the phone and we talk, 2 hours, 3 hours, non-stop conversation.
But is that okay though?
It's
It's fine. Perfectly okay. There's nothing to it.
We're not asking for us to have an hour conversation on a weekly basis,
But
but
how let me
6
every now and
months
then?
a year is
We
a
don't
long
have that time.
time.
Yeah, it's a long time, but you always have them in your heart. You always have them. In
Oh,
your
yeah.
mind.
I
You think
know
about them.
everything I need to know about them now as we speak. I know where they are. And broadly speaking, I know they're good.
Yeah.
I know that everything's fine. I mean, you were saying something. How can we define who a friend is? The Bible says that how can two walk together except they agree? So a friend is somebody who agrees. You agree on something. You have mutual agreement, mutual, like for each other's whatever company. So that's basically, loosely speaking, that's what a friend is. Then you come to the various elements. Is it a symbiotic relationship? Is it a mutual relationship? Is it, all those type of things? You can now qualify those things.
Yeah.
But broadly speaking, you guys you share the same interest or whatever. So that's it. So, A friend is a friend. A friend is not supposed to be in your space every month. Every
but
week,
that's how
hour.
people take advantage of friendship. So like they only call you when they need you.
No.
But then you're like, we're friends.
No. That's not what we're talking about.
No.
So like, I call just to check up on you.
Simple
But I
as.
don't do that regularly. I call maybe once a year or once every other month or 2 months. It's because I'm busy and I know you're busy. That's it. Nothing wrong.
See, I don't know.
Is it that
I don't see it that
wouldn't
way.
work for me.
Yeah,
Wouldn't really
So
work
I
we're
for
not.
me.
if
But
that-
then we're
that
not
kind of feels
close. We're not
situational
close
for you
as
guys.
friends. We're not as close as friends. You could be my friend where like there are certain friends like acquaintances or work colleagues, or there are people that when you see, you can catch up from 20 years ago and up to then today moment.
Yeah.
But once they're gone until you meet them again. And then so those are people that you just occasionally see, that you catch up, or like at events, or something has to bring you people together for you to have that connection. Whereby my friend that I'll call you as a friend, I should know what's happening.
What's going on in your life?
Yeah.
Is it a girl thing?
I think it's a girl thing.
Maybe. Let's agree to disagree.
We might have to do a panel
I might have to come back and talk about this.
do a poll and then ask.
What do you guys think? Like,
Let us know.
Let us know.
guys. 'Cause I'm not agreeing with this.
Okay.
I'm really not.
No, because I have female friends who feel the same way.
Ian, that's why you and I fight. Listen, y'all.
Okay.
Ian
Do
can
we
go months.
exactly? Do we not have these
We
conversations
tell him all
when
the
we?
time. We like Ian. Say something. He's like, oh, well, we
He's
spoke last
busy
month.
with the people who matter. You don't really matter.
Exactly.
Bishop just messed you up. Bishop just messed you all the way up. Bishop just messed you all the way up. That's exactly what I feel like.
That's what we're
I'm banging him
saying.
right in there.
Bishop, that was wrong. That was wrong. He got you. You know what I'm saying? But on a more serious note, because we have this bigger picture of people feeling lonely, alone, whatever, because the people that should be looking in on them, or people that should be checking up, or making sure, or you know what I mean, feeding back to them, aren't doing that. And it's like, oh, I thought we were friends. You haven't even asked me if, like, I don't know. I feel like that regularity is important. I also think that, okay, fine, we're busy, but we can say let's catch up every 2 weeks. Let's just put something in the diary.
Let's do a lunch.
And let's go lunch.
Let's go for coffee.
Yeah, but
Once in a while,
live-
but not a year. A year is
But
too long.
If you live far away from each other.
That's why you do FaceTime.
So we do video call.
different time zones.
You make the time. Like you're making excuses now.
At some
But you're a
point.
host of like
At some point, yeah, I
talk
know, but
about
at some
this.
All
point,
right, let me
you
give you an
have to.
example.
We gotta talk about
Then
this.
you tell me what you think. My childhood best friend,
Wow.
he's Muslim. He lives in LA. Different time zone. I don't remember the last time we spoke. But I remember he called once, like, hey, I saw you on TV. And we started chatting. And then like, check me out next week. I did. And then I said, check me out another time. And I did. And now it's like our times don't meet and everything. It don't mean that we are no longer friends.
Yeah.
You know, I know what he's up to. He knows what I'm up to.
So I think what I'm hearing here is that there's a qualification. So you can talk about childhood friends, we can talk about work colleagues, which are work friends, we can talk about church friends, we can talk about, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like both people are aware that, okay, this is what it is.
This is where we stand,
This
yeah.
is what it is. And then
There's an
expectations are managed
understanding, yeah.
a bit better, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because I'm okay to be your work friend, which means like outside the 9 to 5 or whatever, I'm not holding you to holler at me or to talk
Yeah.
to me or to, you know what I'm saying? Or when I come to work, we talk about work stuff.
I struggle to have a work colleague become so close that you're in my house. on a Saturday, Sunday.
That's why they're your work colleagues.
What are you doing here?
That's why we're not friends like that. Yeah, we're not friends like that.
Let's get out of here.
That's your work friend. Exactly. So there's categories of friends, which is fine.
That's
is
why I
fine.
started by saying that I'm
Billionaire
a
mate.
billionaire mate. Because I haven't got time for extracurricular activity. You know, I don't have time.
Yeah.
So it's like, you are with me on this or you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
But it
it's also
doesn't make,
understanding.
for me, it doesn't make us less friendly.
No.
I mean, I was saying, growing up, I was telling my son used to worry, oh, this guy's not, when he was very young, like, oh, this guy is no longer my friend. I said, what do you, I said, who do you call friend anyway? Relax. You don't need to be in their space, and you don't need to be in your space all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. When you see them, you chill with them. After that, you move on. Life is too short and too busy to just sit idle and wonder what they are thinking, whether they like you or they don't like you, whether they're upset with you or they're not upset with you. No, who has time for that? Anyway, that's my personal.
Right.
That's why I started by saying I'm a billionaire mate. So I don't think I'm qualified to be sitting here.
No. I appreciate your perspective, and Ian, you're gonna tie us up, with this discussion. But I just want us to just agree that there's levels to this friendship thing, there's categories to this friendship thing, and there's expectation to friendship. And I think if both parties or whatever are aware of that, and I think the friendship will thrive. Like
Yeah.
if I know that you're not a phone person, and I keep calling you, then I'm just asking for that friendship to end or whatever, that relationship to end, because you don't like talking on the phone. Why am I calling you on the phone? Right?
Can I throw a curveball?
Uh-oh.
Let's hear it.
Can you call your spouse a friend? Can you call your child a friend?
I don't think you should call your child a friend, but I think your spouse could be your friend.
That's where you're wrong.
That's why I said I don't think. But,
Because like, I have friends amongst my nephews and nieces, the ones that this is my friend.
okay.
There's a place I switch to be an uncle.
That's what I mean. Because I'm saying because of that,
I
switch.
switch with my children. I switch.
Okay,
We're
fine.
friends, but then
You're a dad.
when I'm a dad,
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying. It's the
Yeah.
blurred lines, isn't it?
And the wife too is like, I switch. We're friends, then you switch. So
Okay.
it's there. Because you can easily end up being a wife and not a friend.
Absolutely, you can.
You
You shouldn't.
can
You shouldn't.
easily-
You shouldn't, right?
You shouldn't,
You
yeah.
can easily become a wife and not a friend. And like COVID exposed a lot of people who were not friends, because when they were confined in one space, they couldn't deal with each other. A lot of divorces happened after COVID because people realized that they were married to somebody who was not their
Who
friend.
they didn't want to be friends with.
And they have kids who are not their friends. I always say, when you take my phone, the most calls you see on my phone is from my son. So he also has no mates.
He's just like you.
I guess
You took
I
it
raised
just
him up
right
wrong.
from you.
No, not that you raised him up, but he just decided I'm going to be like my dad.
Yeah. My dad is my friend.
So like we can be on the phone like 18 times in a day, talking about nothing, and talking about everything. Yeah. So.
I think to close this up, I want us, in as much as we haven't necessarily agreed on every single point.
I think we haven't agreed on anything.
Well, Sandy and I,
We agree with each other.
But I want us to come to some form of agreement as to, the qualities of a friendship. So I'm going to start with you, Sandy. What do you think should make up a friendship?
I think mutual respect is very important.
Yeah.
To be reliable. Because as a friend, there shouldn't be a distance. Even if there's a distance, as Rev was saying, that a friend can call him and then he'll know that, you know, I'm coming. Someone that will ride for you. Someone that you know you can depend on. Those are what I see, the qualities that I take from friendships. Yeah.
All right, Reverend?
We should think alike. We should have the same ethos, outlook. Like I said, is either you're taking me to the next level, or I'm inspiring you to go to the next level, or we are, you know, join together to the next level. That's who I call a friend.
Yeah.
So if you fall in one of these three categories, yeah, we are together. But if not, you're an acquaintance.
Hi and bye.
Well said, well said. Ogechi?
I think trust is a big deal. I think it's really important in a friendship to have that trust where you know that this person has your best interest at heart, and then no matter what is going on, that you don't have to feel anything less than safe in that person's presence, whether it be via phone, whether you're writing a text. I just know that whatever happens, I trust you to know that we're good. So I think trust is really important. I think, and let's say it, love. I think love is important in friendship. And the Bible talks about love being, sorry, Bishop, I feel like
Flow.
you know, love is
Preach.
kind, love is patient, and all these things that 1 Corinthians 13 tells us about love. I think that's important in a friendship as well. So 1 Corinthians 13 is really a benchmark for my friendships.
Yeah, that's good. I was actually going to touch on, love. If you have that genuine affection and thoughtfulness towards a person, it would really dictate how you treat them and the way in which you interact with them. It's what would even inform the kind of decisions you take concerning them, how regularly you check up on them, and just how present, they would be in your life. If you find that you're not necessarily involving them in the more complex, the more thoughtful, the deeper things that occur in your life, then they're more of an acquaintance than a friend. But that doesn't necessarily take away, say for example, a person that doesn't share that same degree of, you don't have that degree of love for them. It just means that they've been relegated to like a lower level. They may not be a tier 1 friend, but they may be a tier 3 friend, right? And for me, a tier 3 friend is most likely an acquaintance, because I don't have any hate for you. I can tolerate you. I do love you, but I wouldn't think as much about you as I would another person. But I think love, friendships are underscored by a degree of love. And as it varies, it helps you determine where people fall within your life. And that goes to say that it then becomes very difficult to manage expectations when people don't understand where they fall within, that spectrum. But again, we could go on and on about this, and I could go on and on about this if given the opportunity. But I do hope that you guys really enjoyed what we touched on today. Clearly, this has incited a lot of passion from all of us here. We managed to agree on at least the few points that we mentioned at the very end, but you could see how charged the conversation was. So for those of you at home watching this, I really want you to take stock of this. Evaluate your friendships. Where do they fall, on the spectrum? Do you find yourself still walking with those situational friends? Are you still growing and building with those organic friendships? Something for you to consider. So thank you all so much for your time, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.